In addition to their impact on music and popular culture, the Beatles made a significant contribution to the world of film.
Throughout their career, they appeared in feature films, documentaries, and promotional videos, showcasing their unique personalities, humor, and creativity. In this chapter, we will explore the Beatles' foray into the world of cinema, examining their films, documentaries, and promotional videos and the impact they had on the film industry.
The Beatles' first foray into film was the 1964 black-and-white British comedy, A Hard Day's Night, directed by Richard Lester. The film was a critical and commercial success, capturing the excitement and energy of Beatlemania at its peak. A Hard Day's Night portrayed a fictionalized version of the Beatles as they navigated the chaos of fame while preparing for a television appearance. The film is noted for its innovative cinematography, use of handheld cameras, and fast-paced editing, which helped establish the visual language of modern music videos. The Beatles followed up their debut film with another collaboration with Richard Lester, the 1965 Technicolor comedy, Help! This film saw the band embroiled in a madcap adventure involving a religious cult and an attempt to retrieve a sacrificial ring that had become stuck on Ringo's finger. Although not as critically acclaimed as A Hard Day's Night, Help! Showcased the Beatles' growing confidence and ambition in the realm of film and featured memorable musical performances. In 1968, the Beatles took a more experimental approach to filmmaking with the animated film, Yellow Submarine. Directed by George Dunning, this psychedelic adventure featured the Beatles as animated characters in a fantastical world populated by bizarre creatures and surreal landscapes. The film's innovative animation techniques, distinctive visual style, and memorable soundtrack made it a cult classic and an enduring symbol of the 1960s counterculture. The Beatles' final film was the 1969 documentary, Let It Be, directed by Michael Lindsay Hogg. This film captured the band during the making of their final album, offering a candid look at their creative process and the tensions that would eventually lead to their breakup. Despite its somber tone, Let It Be provided a fascinating insight into the inner workings of the world's most famous band and won an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score. Throughout their career, the Beatles appeared in numerous documentaries and promotional films, which allowed them to showcase their music and engage with their fans. One of the earliest examples of this was their 1964 appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, which was watched by an estimated 73 million viewers and marked the beginning of the British invasion in the United States. The Beatles also made extensive use of promotional films, which were precursors to modern music videos. These films allowed them to promote their music without having to make personal appearances, a strategy that became increasingly important as the band stopped touring in 1966. Notable examples of their promotional films include the videos for Paperback Writer, Rain, Strawberry Fields Forever, and Penny Lane, which showcased the Beatles' creativity and their willingness to experiment with new visual techniques. In addition to their promotional films, the Beatles were the subject of several documentaries, which provided a behind-the-scenes look at their lives and careers. One of the most famous documentaries about the band is the 1995 television series, The Beatles Anthology, which featured interviews with surviving members of the group, as well as archival footage and previously unreleased material. The series provided a comprehensive overview of the Beatles' history, from their formation to their breakup, and was accompanied by a series of compilation albums and a coffee table book. Other notable documentaries about the Beatles include The Complete Beatles, 1982, a highly regarded documentary narrated by Malcolm McDowell that traces the band's history from their early days in Liverpool to their breakup. Imagine, John Lennon, 1988, a documentary that focuses on John Lennon's life and career, including his time with the Beatles. And George Harrison, Living in the Material World, 2011, a documentary directed by Martin Scorsese that explores the life and career of George Harrison. The Beatles' foray into film had a significant impact on the industry, with their feature films and promotional videos influencing the development of music videos in modern cinema. A Hard Day's Night, in particular, is considered a landmark in the history of film, with its innovative use of handheld cameras, quick cuts, and a documentary-style approach to storytelling that would later become a staple of music videos and independent cinema. The Beatles' films and promotional videos also showcase the band's distinctive sense of humor, with their witty dialogue and comedic timing becoming a hallmark of their on-screen personas. Their influence can be seen in subsequent generations of musicians who have embraced film and video as a means of self-expression and promotion, from the visually inventive music videos of artists like David Bowie and Madonna to the mockumentary style of films like This Is Spinal Tap. In conclusion, the Beatles' ventures into film played a crucial role in their careers and in the development of modern cinema. Their feature films, documentaries, and promotional videos showcase their unique personalities, creativity, and willingness to experiment with new forms of visual storytelling, leaving a lasting impact on the film industry and popular culture at large. Thanks for watching this episode. The next chapter will be about the Beatles' solo careers. Have a great day.